Tuesday. Maybe Monday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. And I think it's the beginning of Holy Week here the next day or so in the Philippines. If you don't know where I'm at, I am in the Philippines. Um, Holy Week is kind of interesting. A lot of stuff's closed. Even the malls close up for a couple of days, which is, I guess they do it every year. I don't remember them doing it last year, but maybe. Anyway, I did another video earlier. Hope you see it. It's Meet Walter. And Walter is our new puppy. So now we have 12, even dozen. Yeah, they're our fur babies and we love them. What can I say? Um, really didn't have much to say today. Just want to make sure that I check in every day if I can. I'm going to kind of make this a regular meet. I posted a video the other day about making a lawnmower run on gas fumes. If you guys haven't seen it, you ought to check it out. It's pretty interesting. I already got 2 days, got 40,000 views, so I guess it must be pretty good. Um, it's I'm gonna make a motorcycle, one of my scooters. We have 3 scooters down here. I'm gonna make one of the scooters run on the gas fumes. I did my Suburban a few years ago, and even though it was throttle body injection, I just did it into the top of the injection system, right in the top of the throttle body. And I drove my truck for over a month. And honestly, the only thing I noticed is it had not as much response stomping on the gas pedal. But other than that, it still did 65 or 70 miles an hour. In 1 month of driving every day, I didn't even use 1 gallon of gas. I don't remember why I stopped doing it. I don't remember, honestly. There was some reason that I did. I think that had something to do with the containers that I had made to make the gas fumes. I think one of them fell apart or broke into the engine compartment. I don't remember, something stupid. And I was just too busy to go back into fixing it. It was easier to just put gas in the truck. Anyway, if you haven't seen that video, you ought to just give it an eyeball. It's pretty trippy. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're watching this, please subscribe. I'm 2 away from having 2,000. That's a trip because I've had this channel for more than 20 years. And, at one time I had a lot more subscribers, I think, but I think I stopped being on the channel and I think they all went away. I'm not sure. But I have 2,000 and 2 more. I have 1,998 subscribers right now. So if I get 2 more today, I will have 2,000. I'm not monetized. I have to have 10 million short watch hours, and I have about 700. I got bounced last year, 2 years ago, for, I don't even know, copyright infringements or something. I didn't know that you could check the copyrights, and I don't even know what happened exactly. I still don't know. I don't really care. If I get monetized, I do. If I don't get monetized, oh, that's great. Who cares? I don't do it for the money. I do it for the fun. My wife, on the other hand, she is trying to get monetized really hard, and she's getting really, really close. For some reason, they want me to have 10 million short watch hours. She only needs 3 million. I guess that's because I got bounced, maybe. They got me. So who knows? I don't care. And I had a lot of short hours, a lot of watch time back then. But never made any money. I think I made 20 bucks or 18 bucks or something. It was nothing. I wasn't doing it for the money. Anyway, I've been thinking seriously of starting a brand new YouTube channel. Because if I start a brand new YouTube channel, the criteria to get monetized would be a lot less, I think. And so some of the people I know say, start a new one. I have so many videos on this channel that it's hard to start a new one. It goes so far back. And I don't know. Anyway, who cares? So yeah, I'm just sitting here on the merry-go-round. As you can see, I can spin it around. Because it is a merry-go-round. This is in my living room. And I'm actually sitting on this side because my view is looking outside the deck at our yard. I see palm trees banana trees, coconut trees. I think I see a calamansi tree down there somewhere. Probably, oh, there's banana trees everywhere. Shit. My wife's quite the gardener. Her garden is about half the size of a football field, literally. And it's got everything in it you can imagine. Then we have a fish pond. I've told you guys before if you watch. And the fish pond has got somewhere around 10,000 tilapia, and we put in some crayfish or crawdads, however you want to say it, a few weeks ago. So we also have crawfish in there. I run a business in the United States, in California, Washington, and Oregon. Mechanics. Work on your vehicle. If you need your vehicle worked on, you can find us on Craigslist. Mobile Marine and Auto Repair. I don't know if you're supposed to advertise your business or not, I don't know. Anyway, we're there if you need assistance and you're in one of those three places, look us up. Just give me a call and you can talk to me live. Well, that'd be cool. I'll talk to somebody you see on the TV. If you have questions about your vehicle, or if you have questions about living in the Philippines, or if you just have questions, you know, like, why am I here? Or my favorite question that I have to ask, you know, when it's my time is, why me? Or just why, period. Never know. Might get a good answer out of that one. Anyway, like I said, if you watched the last video I made about my dog, it's a little baby dachshund. She's little. He is little. It's our first boy dog. And he was raised in a lumber yard. He was born in a lumber yard on the stack of lumber that was about 5 feet high, 3 or 4 feet across, and 10 feet long. And never got off of it in his whole lifetime. So now, you know, being in the house, he's got furniture to climb on, which he can't climb, he's too little, but he's on it. And he's got a big area to walk around in, and I go for a drive in the car. Excuse me. He goes with him and my Chihuahua baby, which we've only had her a couple months. But yeah, I work nights because my businesses are in the U.S., so sleeping in the daytime is a little rough for me. I don't do it much. I have a couple hours sometimes, but lately I haven't been doing much sleeping. I've been doing a lot of hunting, sitting on the deck and shooting the doves. If you watch my channel a little, you know that's what I do a little. And after we shoot them, we get 10 or 15 of them, and then we pressure cook them and then blend them in a blender. So we turn it into liquid, and then we feed it to our dogs and cats over their dog food. It's got a lot of protein, a lot of calcium in it. And so we know it's good for them. It's a little rich, we're finding out, when we do give it to the dogs and cats. A couple of our bigger dogs get tummy aches a little bit, so we're kind of calmed down giving them so much. But it's good for him. And Walter, the new dog, anyway, I was telling you, he was born and raised his 2 months of life in lumberyard. And he's got, I don't know what you call it, like skin, like little pimples on his body, on his tummy and on his neck and on the back of his head. And they must itch because at nighttime, all he does is scratch. Every 10 minutes, he scratch. He's on my bed, so, you know, I'm paying a lot of attention because he's new. I want to make sure that I know his traits and what he's doing because he's my baby. They're all my babies. The big ones, the biggest one's upstairs, which I don't see her. She weighs over 110, maybe 120 pounds. She's a Belgian Malinois. She actually plays with the babies, just like all the rest of them. They all like each other. We don't have any arguments. Excuse me again. Anyway, being in the Philippines, like I always say, is very simple and very easy, you guys. And please, if you're in the United States, don't move here. If you're in Canada, don't move here. In Europe, don't move here. Stay the fuck away. I don't want you here. Some people do, I don't. The more I see the Americans and the foreign people move here, the more screwed up I see this place is getting. And it's changed. I've been here 8 years, and in the 8 years I've been here, man, I've seen so many changes and things that you could tell are from the foreigners. When I first got here, there was no garbage at all on the streets, in the parking lots, nothing. Now, we have a few foreigners around, and believe it or not, you see trash around a little bit. So it's kind of, I know that's what it is. They don't have any respect. I seen some guy on YouTube the other day saying how much he was afraid of the police and how much they treat him bad. Well, he's in another city. He lives in one of the cities where a lot of Americans are. And I believe it. In a way, I kind of believe that because I don't think that the cops really have that much respect for the Americans, in the big cities. So I heard that they watch the YouTube channels. And, for me, I I get along with all the police. They're all my friends. And, they come to my house, we have a couple drinks, I have a whole bar, so. And I was talking to them one day, I told you this the other day, that they're afraid to go to a couple of the Americans around here. They said they yell at us. And these Philippine people are very calm and very mellow. And the last thing they need is have some jerk American screaming at the cops. I told them, I said, hey, tell them you're a cop. Tell them to yell at you again. You're going to take them to jail, and you'll start a litigation against them and send them back to the States. Say, they have to have respect for the police department. But that's not the way the Philippines do stuff. The Filipino policemen they're just mellow like everybody else here is. So, I don't know. It is what it is. My wife's not here right now. We had our property surveyed again yesterday. That's a whole nother story there, which I'll get into someday, but not today. And yeah, it's the third time or the fourth time, I don't even know anymore. Every time we've had it surveyed, the surveyor screws up some part of it, charges me $300 or so, and they didn't file the paperwork once. It took a year. I had to hunt the guy down, and when we took the paperwork to get it filed, the guy had done it wrong, and he was gone, never to be found. Took my money, gone. Sooner or later he'll come back, and when he does, I will file charges against him. And you can sue people here just like in the States. It's a little more difficult, but you can. And we will. When it happens, he comes back. He owes me 300. I think he charged me $400 or more, actually, maybe 500. I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is. So, yeah, I bashed my head into my pool today. Sliced the top of my head. Kind of hurts. Anyway, I didn't really have anything to say today. I just kind of rambling. Everything seems to be really mellow around here. I had a problem with our water pump that pumps the water out of the well into the swimming pool. It kept dying, and I went down and checked the oil. The oil level it had so much oil, and I took the dipstick out, it ran out onto the ground. No wonder it doesn't run. You put too much oil in it, there's too much back pressure. Crankcase pressure will turn it off just like anything else, a little diesel motor. So we got that fixed. We haven't started it. Believe it or not, I'm really strong. I cannot start it. Who knows why? I just can't. Maybe it's a brain thing. I'm trying to find an electric starter for it that I can just stick a starter motor on it, push the button, and off we go. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling for about 13 minutes with really nothing to say. But, like I said, if you guys have any questions, you want to yak, get a hold of me. Send me a text. Give me a way to get a hold of you. I'm more than happy to give you a call back. If I can't call you back, I can text you back. Whatever trips your trigger, you know what I mean? I'm easy about getting a hold of people. I'm always inviting people over to the house. How's that? Ring a bell for you old guys? Listen, bet you had one of those on your Schwinn when you were back in the 70s, early 70s, late 60s. Yeah, I remember. I had a big monster Schwinn bike. I couldn't reach the ground. I remember running into the side of a car when I was probably 8. And I did some stupid shit when I was a kid. I didn't want to get into that stuff. I did stuff that if kids today did it, they're so boneheaded they would die. Me, I was boneheaded and did stupid shit, but I was smart enough not to die. So, here now, God, I don't even know how kids today seriously can function. I think the best and the worst thing they ever did was invent the cell phone. They should have left it being a phone. Get rid of all the bullshit that's on it, all the apps and all the texting. They should make a way that you can turn the texting off on kids' phones until they get to be 12 unless it's for an emergency. At 12, you can text. Other than that, you use the phone or you don't, because it's just, I go to the restaurants with my wife and my daughter, and they sit around the tables around the restaurant and they're texting literally each other at the table. What the fuck? They don't even know how to interact. You take them outside their, the bubble of their cell phone, they don't even know how to hold a conversation. You try and talk to the kids and you're expecting an answer and their answer is yes. You look at them like, that's all? You got nothing else? They don't have the ability to hold a conversation anymore. And the grandmas, think of this, the grandmothers that are being raised now. My grandma could sew, she could knit, she could needlepoint, she could hand sew and use a sewing machine both. She could cook. She could read a cookbook. She knew what a cookbook was, for Christ's sake. And my grandfather could work on a car. Hell, he took a gasoline car when I was a little kid. I'm 70. I don't know how old I was, but I remember. And he said, I'm going to make this gas car run on diesel fuel. And he did. It smoked like a train, but it ran on diesel fuel. He said, cars will run on diesel fuel. You just have to heat it up. And he did. It worked. So now what can the kids learn? I see them, they don't know how to change a tire. 18 years old, they have to call their daddy to come change a tire because they don't know how. What the hell? Ask them, can you, most of them here kind of know how to do the laundry. They have a washing machine, they do, but a lot of families here don't. So the kids are kind of doing by hand. Moms are doing it mostly. Cooking, I don't know. My daughter knows how to cook a few things, but she's a little more educated, a little smarter. But they won't make good grandmas. They won't make good grandpas. That's for damn sure. Hello, sir. I ask you a little bit of help to buy my girl. Please, thank you. Casino robbed me. The casino robbed you. I don't know how that could have happened. But I can only say if the casino robbed you, you shouldn't have been in the casino. They say if you can't afford to lose what you're putting in, you really can't afford to go. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go. If there's anything you need to ask me, get a hold of me offline, send me a text. I'll answer. And hey, my 12 minutes went to 18. Damn, I did pretty good, almost 20 minutes. And I will see you again tomorrow. And you have a good day. See ya.